Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alabama Reloader here. So the pup is hanging out, but let's check out what's in the boxes. So I'm actually really excited that both of these came today because today just hadn't been my day. I am blessed and highly favored, but sometimes things just don't go your way in day-to-day life. Today's been one of those days for me. So I was sitting there fixing me something to eat for lunch, heating up some leftover chicken pasta that I made the other night, which, by the way, that recipe was dynamite, and it's only like 4 or 5 ingredients. I may need to do a video on that one just because it was so good. It's not even wild game related, but man, it was so good. But yeah, both of these packages came from American Reloading. Now, you guys have seen me do videos on their stuff in the past. I'm a huge fan of that website. And I'm really pumped that both of these showed up on the same day because I actually placed 2 separate orders a day or 2 apart, actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut them open and show you guys what we have. I'm gonna get these down off the little side table here and start cutting and get them open, and then we'll go from there. Also, I got JRB on the YouTube's got him muted right now, but that's how you recover, right, from a bad start to the day. You get some stuff from American Reloading to show up at your doorstep. You get a little JRB going on the YouTube. So, all right, y'all come along with me. Let's see what's in the box. All right, what could be in box number 1? What do you think it is, pup? Huh? What do you think it is? Sounds like brass to me. And it is 270 Winchester primed, the Federal nickel-plated brass. 100 count box. Sweet. So my SIG brass that I've used now forever in 270 Winchester, which I'm a big fan of SIG brass, but I'm starting to get to the point where it's reached the end of its useful life. I'm starting to get some neck splits. The more reloads that I'm getting on that brass, I actually just got done processing some the other day, and I had to pull out, I think, a couple of pieces with some neck splits, and there were a couple more that from a previous reloading session that I actually didn't notice until after the fact. So I didn't shoot it, but I'd already loaded the rounds, and then I was sitting there and just happened to be looking at them and inspecting them a little bit closer and found a couple more. So they're basically at the end of their shelf life. So switching over to this stuff should be good to go. What else do we have? Little brass. All right, this one's not labeled, so let me tear into that one. Yeah, here we go. 7mm rim mag, primed Federal brass. So the reason why I picked up this stuff, you guys know that if you've watched my 7 rim mag videos, you know that I've used Peterson brass so far, and I'm a huge fan of Peterson brass, but my thought process here is I'm gonna work up a hunting load using the Barnes 160 grain TSX bullet and that Peterson brass. Well, I've only got 50 pieces, and so if I want to do more bullet testing for the Ruger M77 Hawkeye, well, it's going to be hard to work up a hunting load up a bunch of those Barnes and just kind of have them on standby, and then also do load development with other bullet powder combinations. So that's where the Federal brass is going to come into play. That's what I'll be using moving forward to do bullet and powder testing in 7 rim mags. So, and then this is 243 primed brass. So this stuff really is just to kind of have on hand. I've got some Hornady already that I've been using in my rim arms, model 700 CDL. So I didn't really need this per se, but wanted to go ahead and pick up a box of 100 And then I think that was it on that order. Yeah, this is just bubble wrap. Yeah, they just threw in, which actually this stuff comes in handy, right? Just to kind of keep around in case, you know, I get rid of some optics or something like that. You know, it's always good to have packaging available. Uh-oh, what happened to my candy? I'm sitting here eating Chewy Sprees. Oh, there it is. Found it. Just wanted to get it before the dog did. All right, now what is in box number 2? Today we're just going with a buck knife to get everything opened up. What you think, pup? Ain't nothing in there now. So the first box, was some prime brass. I tried to tell you guys about that deal the other day. Hopefully you took advantage of it. And then in this box, check it out. Yes, sir. They actually had in stock the 7mm premium mix. They also had, I believe, the 223. Ooh, another one. Now we got 2. We got 500 to sort through. More packaging. Nope, we got 750 to sort through. Sweet. So, when I went and ordered these, they had sent out an email about putting some, I think some more projectiles on the website. Because I check pretty frequently on their stuff. They just have such good deals. That's one of my daily checks. And some 300 Win Mag brass. This is SIG, really good stuff. I picked this up because I'm actually about to start loading 300 Win Mag for my cousin's husband. He hit me up and he just picked up a Bergara. It's gonna be his new hunting rig, so I was like, hey, this gives me an excuse to order some brass. So, yeah, so that's the 2 separate orders. Yep, that's all that was in the orders. So we've got a lot of prime brass and 750 projectiles. So y'all hang tight. I actually want to get, I mean, I guess I might as well go ahead and cut everything open, just kind of show you what it's looking like. But I would definitely want to cut these open and see what we got. So y'all hang on. All right, guys and gals. So as you can see, we hit the absolute jackpot. I mean, this is jackpot city, baby. Look at this. These are all Barnes and Federal. This is what it's looking like. I mean, I haven't, you know, I just now opened them up. I haven't even gone through them to check. There's let's see. Looks like a Spitzer point. But you can see probably the overwhelming majority, vast majority, probably almost all of them are Barnes and Federal. Guys, that is why you order from American Reloading. Whenever they have their premium mix listed on their website, just buy them, okay? And the way I look at it is, the more you can buy, the better chances you are of actually getting a really good selection of actual premium bullets. Like if you guys go back and watch my previous video that I did In the 277 diameter, I really killed it in the 277 diameter, but I think I ordered, it might have been a couple 500 count boxes, and I ended up getting, it ended up being, I think, well over 300 Barnes TSX and tip TSX bullets just from that purchase alone. And just the value of those bullets in that order actually, I mean, it was just that little part was worth more than the entire order that I placed. Like if you would have tried to go buy those same amount of Barnes bullets, like from Midway USA or from Natchez or from Graf's or what, you know, Mid-South, if you just try to go buy the bullets brand new, you know, you would have paid more than what I paid for the entire order. And I ended up getting, I think it was like over 2,000 bullets in that order total. I think I got 1,000 277 diameter, and then I believe I got 500 308 and 500 7 millimeter. 308 I did decent on the 308 stuff. 7 millimeter I got a ton of the Federal Fusion, which those are really good bullets. I mean, they are really, really good hunting bullets, but not necessarily what I would call a premium, right? This is premium, okay? So in the 7 millimeter, it was mostly just the Federal Fusion is when I ended up getting on that last order. And so this go around, but you know, when I saw these pop up on the 7 millimeter, I wanted to give them another try because I know my buddy CW, he's ordered the 7 millimeter premium mix before and gotten the terminal ascents, which that's what these should be. I think these are the terminal ascent bullets. He really lucked up and hit a jackpot. He got a bunch of those. And so I was really wanting the 7 millimeter version. And I think they have a 6.5 as well. I haven't ordered those yet, just because I have a decent amount of 6.5 bullets already. And then I think they have a 223 premium mix. I haven't ordered that either. So I've only ordered the 277, the 7 millimeter, and the 308. But so far, man, 2 thumbs way up on American Reloading. You guys should check them out if you haven't already. I mean, it's just you're just missing out. All right, well, let me get this brass cut open and we'll take a look at it. So give you guys kind of an idea of what you're going to get on this prime brass stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to insert this video clip into the video because I kind of already filmed the ending and everything and all that fun stuff. But since then, I've gone and sorted these bullets. So I ended up with 809 bullets. So, you know, it was 3 250 packs that I ordered. Ended up with 809. I broke them down. They came in 3 boxes, and lucky for me, I essentially got 3 bullets, 3 different bullets pretty much. I had 11, so these 11 are what is left over after I sorted the bullets into their own box. And this one, I mean, he really doesn't even count. He's a 264. He's a 6.5 guy. I didn't measure any of the other ones because I really don't care. I can just throw those in a miscellaneous bag or something. But I want to get to, this is insane. Absolutely insane. So I ordered these bullets and all 3 boxes together, because the way American Reloading does their shipping and their taxes and all that is just the price that you pay as far as when you go and put it in your cart. That's it. That is the price you pay. They include shipping and taxes and all that stuff in the final in the price. So there's no, hey, it's, you know, $94 and all of a sudden you go to pay and check out and it's like 115 because then they add on shipping and all this other garbage. It's none of that. These 3 boxes were $167.98. That's what I paid for them. Normally they're a little bit more expensive than that, but they were running I think it was like 30% off their Projectiles at the time when I scored these guys. So it ended up $167.98, and I'm a little shocked at the breakdown here. of what all we got, because I ended up getting 288 Federal Terminal Ascent. Those are the 155 grain Terminal Ascent. Got 288 of those. I got 161 of the Federal, I think I called them Trophy Copper. They're the Federal Trophy Bonded bullets. So I got 161 of those. And then I got 349 of these solid copper tipped bullets. Some of them have blue tips on them, which are Barnes Tip TSX. Others, their tips aren't blue, right? They're just a darker color, and you can see some of the pull marks. Some of these have, you know, visible pull marks. Others are pretty much untouched and look perfect. But I've got 349 of these. I did go through and just weigh a handful to kind of get an idea. I weighed these as well. These are the 160 grain trophy bonded. So I've got the 155 Terminal Ascent, the 160 grain trophy bonded, and then these I weighed a handful, and I had some that were 140 and some that were 150. So for the purposes of like coming up with my value and my calculation on, you know, what these are worth, if you just try to go buy them brand new, I just used, went to Barnes, went to their website, and used the 140 grain Tip TSX cost, which is $45 a box. So $45 for a box 50. I know you can catch them on sale at some places from time to time, cheaper than that. I got it, but I was just gonna go straight to the manufacturer and get their list price. So yeah, $45 per 50 on these guys. I ended up with 349 of those. And then I went to Federal's website and pulled the cost of the trophy bonded and the Terminal Ascent, which these are expensive. These are $51.99 for a box of 50, and these are $82.99 for a box of 50. So with all that being said, I spent $167.98 on these 3 boxes. And if you try to go buy the equivalent of this in terms of bullet count, you're gonna spend $959.45. That's insane. Absolutely crazy, because I ended up with 798 bullets here between the 3 boxes. And then, of course, I had 11 scragglers over there that we don't care about. But yeah, just crazy. Absolutely crazy. 288 of these Federal Terminal Ascents. These are going to be awesome. So there you go. That's why you order from American Reloading. Yeah, some of them are going to be scuffed up, have pull marks. You know, they're not going to be something that I want to load up and actually go hunt with. But if you're wanting to do a barrel break-in process or anything along those lines, you want to fire form some brass, whatever it is, you know, this stuff's going to be perfect, right? That prime brass that I got for the 7 rim mag, you know, some of these guys would be perfect candidates for that, just to go fire form the brass. Can shoot some of these, so that way you're not shooting up your actual, you know, your good bullets, right? Just doing the fire forming process. Not saying that you can't learn something during the fire forming process, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to go buy a box of Barnes bullets, which are only 50 in a box, and then you want to go fire form 50 pieces of brass, so there goes your whole box of bullets, right? That's the big benefit of getting these pulled bullets from American Reloading. And on top of that, sometimes you get super premium, virtually untouched. I mean, these have 0 marks on them whatsoever, bullets that you can use and definitely load up and hunt with. So that's it. Oh, and this all breaks down to, with my cost, this breaks down to 21 cents per bullet on these right here. I didn't even factor those in. So it'd be just, you know, very, very slightly less if you included those 11, but I'm not. So just for these 798, 21 cents a round. That's crazy for this quality of bullet. So, all right, guys, now roll on to the next clip. All right, guys, so got the bullets out of the way. So now take a look at some of these boxes of prime brass. This is the 300 Win Mag. This is the SIG stuff. It does have, let's see. There we go. SIG 300 Win Mag. You know, some of these do have, let's see if I can find some. You know, the case mouths aren't going to be perfectly round. and concentric. So what you will want to do, since these are primed, what you'll want to do is remove the decapping pin from your sizing die, and then that way you can actually run these up in your resizing die, or if you want to neck size them, you know, whatever. But at some point though, you're gonna have to run it over a mandrel or something to get the mouth of the case uniform and round, and then from there you do whatever you want to. But that's just something that you'll have to do with this brass. I mean, it's, you know, just remember it is primed, so you don't want to waste these primers. Again, this goes back to when I did the video, you know, large rifle primers and large rifle Magnum primers are, you know, pretty hard to come by nowadays. And so if you were looking for a way to sort of shortcut the reloading process or shortcut the component process of trying to find them, and of course you can't find them, so then you just got to wait. Well, you can buy this prime brass from American Reloading, get a really good deal on it. It comes with brass and the primers, and then from there, you know, if you buy a big enough batch, you can probably work up a pretty good load, I would say, just using, you know, the prime brass as it sits. Now, again, no idea what primer is used in this SIG brass. Over here on this Federal stuff, it's safe to assume they use Federal large rifle Magnum primers for the 7 rim mag. You can make that assumption. That's the assumption I would at least make. So you at least know with something like this Federal brass, hey, they're probably using, you know, Federal primer here. This is the Federal. So they're probably using large rifle primers for this. So you'll know that when, you know, when you're using this stuff, then you can go back, if you can actually find those primers, then you can sort of replicate the load that maybe you identified that worked really good using this stuff. But this is just a really easy way to shortcut and get around the fact that primers are so difficult to find nowadays, right? So that was 300 Win Mag, 7 rim mag, 270 Winchester, and I went with nickel plated. I believe they had just standard brass as well, but I went with nickel plated because I still have the SIG brass, and so I wanted to differentiate my 270 brass, so I just wouldn't mix it up and have to sit here and look at head stamps all the time. And then I got some Federal 6.5 Creedmoor stuff. Not that I needed it, but just went ahead and got it. And then 243. So all this stuff looks really good. Just like I said, you're gonna have to figure out a way to make these case mounts uniform. So what I'll do is just pull out the decapping pin from my full length sizing dies, and I'll just run them up in the dies and go that route. So that's it. That's the haul from American Reloading. It was ended up being 2 different orders, but super pumped. I got to get into these bullets and start to sort them. I got them sitting down right over here, so I got to start doing that. But all right, that's it. That's where I'm going to leave it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and go pick you up some of this brass, and hopefully they have some more premium mix projectiles on their website. So go check them out, see what they have. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you next time. Y'all have a good one.